All right, we're going to talk about inserting custom elements. Here I have my page that I want to work on. It's connected to the home page. That should always be there. And I've even added some components that I've done some custom components that I might want to add later. So just so you know, that's all possible. You can create them here and drag them down. What we don't have on this option is setting up separate pages like we did in Figma Design to keep our components on a separate page or our images on a separate page. It all kind of lives in the same space. So Figma Sites is cool in some aspects and not as organized maybe in others. So let's just focus on this part. We're gonna zoom in here. So we have this nice design, but we really don't have a true hero image, but I do have one over here that I'd like to add. I just have this picture that I've placed on my artboard desktop, whatever you call it, out here, this outer area that's not part of my design pages. So when we take that, we're gonna just grab that image and drag it, place it where you want it. And that's where I want it. So it's just above the group. It doesn't really behave like my preset blocks do. It doesn't have anything to add. So now is when we need to apply auto layout. Okay, when we select this group of, let's drag it into, oopsie, I keep grabbing too much. All right, my 7 blocks, you can see that it's already set up to auto layout and it is set to fill. So this one is not. It is just set to a fixed width. So let's change our hero image here to a fill container and make sure that our lock aspect ratio is turned on. So that should be highlighted purple. And that will allow this to grow as our, like if I go here now and I want to change it, it just grows with it. So that's super nice. And I can just say, go back to that size. Great. So we have that. If we just set it to the size we want, it's not really going to grow. So we do need to set that to fill container. And you can customize this a little bit further. You'll notice that all of these images have a corner radius of 16, but ours has square edges. And while that seems like a small detail, it is the difference between a professional and an amateur. So we want to make sure that those match nicely. Now we're going to add a little breadcrumb so people can go back quickly without tapping. What I would do is just add text here. So I've kind of done this heavy lifting for us. I just kind of want to show you. So I have the words home and cafe, and make sure they're in auto layout. That should always be in auto layout for us. And we want to set our direction to horizontal, which it is. And you can also create an outer frame here like I have. So an outer frame is kind of nice. And adjust that to the parent size of your desktop, 1280. So that's already set to 1280. And we want it to be vertical. And we want to make sure it's fill container. All this has been kind of done for you, but I just want to show you that we still have to think in terms of auto layout and to make sure that it works well when it's resizing. You're going to want to make sure that your horizontal padding and vertical padding are set as well. If we go to our layers here, you can see that it's just under the navigation. Everything's sort of where I want it to be, which is nice. If we need to, also, let's see, our padding here, you'll notice that I changed the padding. On this one is 32, on this one it's 64, and on this one it's 24. So you're going to have to do a little bit of math to make sure these sort of line up and they all look good together. And then the last thing you want to do is to make sure the word home is connected to your home screen, which is, let me see here, it's right here. So if we go to interaction up here, you would just pull one drag line over to your home setup here, and it should attach to all the others because they're all the same thing. So that is the nice thing about sites.